What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Liverpool Southampton post-match analysis and reaction video. And the kids are alright, they are more than alright. The Liverpool Youth Academy is about to enter its golden age. These guys are absolutely amazing. Liverpool have made history. There has never been before a game where two 18-year-old players scored in the same game for Liverpool, and Koumas makes his debut at Anfield and scores a brilliant goal in the 44th minute. He didn't even get on the pitch in the League Cup final against Chelsea. And Jadon Dance, I love this guy already. He looks like an absolute handful. At just 18 years old, he comes on as a substitute and he scores two goals, and two brilliant goals at that. The first one, he dinks the goalkeeper like a seasoned 27-year-old striker. I mean, the composure, the guts, the bottle, the balls to do that in front of like 58 or 60,000 people, a packed Anfield, absolutely brilliant. And then his second goal is a typical predator's, a striker's instinct of a finish. He was in the right place at the right time to slot home a rebound. But make no mistake, Southampton were the better team in the first half, probably, especially in the first like 34 minutes. But once that first goal went in, the Liverpool players got so much confidence, and the whole team played amazingly well, considering that this game came just 3 days after that grueling, exhausting, energy-sapping League Cup final victory against Chelsea, and things are just getting better and better for Liverpool. And actually, it was a blessing in disguise that Liverpool got such a long injury crisis, because we would have never seen these guys play if we had a fully fit squad. And they showed that they are ready for this stage and they can be called upon when needed. Of course, Liverpool can't play the whole of the rest of the season with just youth academy players. That would be insane. And hopefully the likes of Szoboszlai, Darwin Núñez and Mo Salah will be back for the weekend game against Nottingham Forest. And we have the Man City game coming up very, very shortly as well. We need as many first team players back for that as possible. It just shows that the young players are ready to step up, and huge credit goes out to the youth academy and everybody who worked tirelessly to bring these kids through. And because they have done absolutely incredible work. And hats off to Jurgen Klopp, who had the wisdom to integrate the youth academy players into first team training. We also have to talk about Trey Nioni, a 16-year-old kid who became the youngest player ever to make his debut for Liverpool. An absolutely incredible player. You could see his range of passing, and for a 16-year-old kid, he looks like a very tall player. Imagine when he bulks up and packs on a lot of muscle. He could be absolutely sensational player for Liverpool. Jadon Dance already looks like that he's ready for Premier League football. So I actually hope that Liverpool will start Jadon Dance against Nottingham Forest on the weekend, because if none of our strikers come back, because of course if Darwin Núñez or Salah any of them are fit, then they should start. And Liverpool could actually afford to rest Luis Diaz. He didn't even came on as a substitute. Virgil van Dijk got one half, and then he was substituted for Ibrahima Konate, who also had one half, and I think that was very smart by Jurgen Klopp, probably pre-planned. Bobby Clark gave the assist to Koumas on his first debut at Liverpool, on his own first and only debut. In his first game, he cuts inside onto his right foot, he shimmies past 2 or 3 Southampton defenders, and then he slots it home, reverses it into the near post bottom corner, completely fooling the goalkeeper. And Southampton are actually on on course to get into the playoff place. They are a very good championship team, even though they lost 3 of their last 4 games before this one. So they were in kind of a bad form. We have to also say that Southampton also rested a lot of their first team players because they are concentrating on getting promoted to the Premier League. But still, Southampton had a lot more experience, a lot more first team players in their squad. I mean, Liverpool had Conor Bradley, Koumas, McConnell, Clark, Koumas, 5 youth academy players in their starting lineup. Plus we brought on another few youth academy players, Trey Neone, Kyle Gordon and Jayden Dance. So in total, Liverpool again played 8 youth academy players as a striker or substitute players. And I mean, let's talk about Jayden Dance, because the way that he scored these 2 goals was absolutely sensational. He was probably the man of the match. He only played 27 minutes, yet he scored 2 goals. He had 1 accurate pass, he had 3 shots, 2 goals. From an XG of 0.47, he scored 2 absolutely brilliant goals. And I'm in absolute awe of the first one. To have the composure to do that in such a high intensity, tense game. And this was a high pressure game for Liverpool as well, because this is an FA Cup last 16 game. We are playing for a quarter-final place. And Jayden Dance, 18-year-old kid, and he has the composure, he has the wits about him to dink the goalkeeper when he was put clean through by Harvey Elliott, who also got an assist today. And then Jayden Dance scored a third. That was a tap in, but he still had to be in the right place at the right time. I was a little bit disappointed with Cody Gakpo's finishing today, because yes, Cody Gakpo's approach play was pretty brilliant and he had 82% pass accuracy, but his shot accuracy, he had 3 shots, none of them went on target. He had an amazing run at the end of the game, where he skips past 3 Southampton defenders, and then in the end, on the edge of the box, he places it over the bar. Cody Gakpo really wanted to score, but yeah, Cody Gakpo is just not grabbing these opportunities by both hands. That's my only slight criticism or slight worry about this game, because when 3 of our 5 strikers are injured, Salah, Nunez and Jota, this was a golden opportunity for Cody Gakpo to play himself into contention, and he should be scoring against Southampton. Cody Gakpo is still having a really good season for Liverpool. I don't really have any complaints about his goal return. 11 goals and 4 assists is pretty decent, but with the opportunities that he gets, he should be scoring more. His finishing sometimes is a little bit erratic, a little bit rash. He sometimes hits the ball too hard. He has amazing shot power. Joe Gomez, I felt, was a little bit lost in that defensive midfield role. Of course, we had to play Joe Gomez there because Endo is injured. McAllister played a lot of games, and also he played a grueling cup final 3 days ago. So Joe Gomez had to play there, and yeah, he didn't really excel, even though he had 91% pass accuracy. He had 75% accurate long balls. He only won 1 out of 3 ground duels, and sometimes he was caught up the pitch a little bit too much. He was sometimes bombing forward as an attacking midfielder when his main job was to shield the defense. But of course, it's a brand new position for him, so I don't want to be overly critical, because Joe Gomez still did a terrific job. And now let's look forward to the actual, fixture list. And when Liverpool suffered 3 injuries against Brentford, and then we suffered more injuries against Luton, and then we suffered even more injuries against Chelsea, I was really worried that Southampton would rock up at Anfield, and they could have scored 1 or 2 goals in the first half. Kelleher made some amazing saves, and Liverpool got lucky with Southampton's finishing, that they hit the post or Kelleher made some amazing saves. As Liverpool grew into the game, and as the youngsters figure out the formation and what kind of tactic and patterns of play we should play, and what I can give the biggest compliment to this young Liverpool team, they play like the first team. Of course, not as fluent, not as dominant, but their playing style is still almost the same as Liverpool's first team, with so many youth academy players, so many kids. And that's credit to Liverpool's youth academy, credit to Jurgen Klopp, credit to the Liverpool coaching staff and everybody involved with the football club. And Liverpool now have 5 wins in a row in all competitions since we lost to Arsenal, which is really, really impressive. And also the last time Liverpool lost at home was against Real Madrid in the Champions League last season. That was a very painful defeat, but now Liverpool have gone 1 year without a defeat. Our next home game is against Man City in the Premier League, but that's only on March the 10th, so it's 1.5 weeks from now. On the weekend we go to Nottingham Forest, and they are a really tough side at home, so that is another very tricky game for Liverpool, and it will depend on how many of our injured players can come back for that game. And after that, on Thursday we go to Prague to play Sparta Prague in the Europa League. That is going to be another tricky game with this many injuries. And then the Man City game, I think Liverpool have to concentrate on that one. The Europa League, we have the second leg at Anfield, so if we get even a draw or a narrow victory in the first leg, that would be fine for the second leg. But we have to beat Nottingham Forest because Man City and Arsenal are breathing down Liverpool's neck in the league. And also, what is good news and why it was important to go through today is that because Liverpool went through, we play the next round of the FA Cup, which is Manchester United at Old Trafford. And you know what? I'm not too bothered about that, because sooner or later we have to play the bigger teams. We already knocked out Arsenal, who are a much better team than Man United this season. We knocked them out with a depleted team as well. We knocked them out at the Emirates. So we can go to Old Trafford and we can beat Man United. And because of that game happening, because Liverpool went through today, the Merseyside derby, which is another banana skin, is postponed until after the international break. So that is really good news. So Liverpool play Nottingham Forest, Sparta Prague away, then we host Man City, then we host Sparta Prague again, and then we play Man United in the FA Cup quarter-final. And after that there is an international break. It's 1 month. Hopefully a lot of the injured players like Curtis Jones can come back fit and refreshed and ready to go. So I'm really enjoying this season. I think this is turning into an absolutely golden season for Liverpool, and it's fitting that Jurgen Klopp's last season is this entertaining and this memorable, and many more brilliant games to come. And you know what? Anytime Liverpool get an injury crisis, you shouldn't be worried as much as you could be worried maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Because the youth academy are showing signs that they are entering into a golden age. Liverpool could save hundreds of millions of pounds integrating these youth academy players into the team. We already integrated Conor Bradley, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Bobby Clark looks like a handful. McConnell looks like a good player. I thought Bobby Clark was brilliant. He gave an assist, he played the full game. Koumas scoring on his debut, that will give the kid wonders of worlds of confidence. Jadon Danns scoring 2 goals after only playing 45-50 minutes of first team football, men's football, professional football. Absolutely amazing stories everywhere you look. And that's what I love about Liverpool Football Club. It's a story kind of club, storyline kind of club, and I absolutely love these stories that Liverpool are creating this season. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.